Az 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review. Today we're going to take a trip across the world to the Funskool side of G.I. Joe. We're going to be looking at the 1992 Night Viper. The Night Viper was originally released by Hasbro here in North America in 1989. The figure itself looks the same, but the accessories are different. So I will be comparing the two together. There is one subtle difference on the figure that I want you to pay close attention to, and I'll reiterate more on that when it comes time to looking at that figure. So the Night Viper, after it met its quota, as you know, for lack of a better word, here in North America, after its 2-year run, all the molds were sent over to the Funskool factories, and they were able to produce it for their sister company Funskool, and that's why a lot of the figures look the same. But there are some differences. The grade of plastic is different. They change up the colors to differentiate from the North American release. So at a glance, it's easy to look at the figure and get confused. So I really want to focus on that when we look at the action figure. So the Funskool Night Viper came out in '92. I'm not sure how long he was available for on the pegs, but nonetheless, I have him. There are a few of them for sale on eBay, and we'll cover that in Byron's Gripes. So without any further ado and jaw flapping and procrastinating and all that good stuff, let's go ahead and take a look at this action figure. All right, here he is, the Funskool Night Viper. And he is still in his package. Wasn't sure if I wanted to open him or not a while ago, but you know what? It's time. Let's go ahead and cut him open here. Let me put that on pause. All right, here he is, the Night Viper. Free after all these years of being carded since 1992. Let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories first. His backpack. Obvious color change. His original backpack is black. This one is orange. Same great look. This looks like it is a radio communication style of a backpack. Great backpack. This is one of my favorites. The plastic is a bit different from the original as well. I am missing one accessory. Let me look for it down here on the floor. Another big change is his night vision scope. This is a very interesting piece. What this part is for, I could never figure out. If you guys know, please let me know down in the comments, or if you have any theories on this. I could never figure out what that was supposed to be. The scope, instead of it being in black or green, it is yellow, obviously. But they were true to the mask, to his night vision goggles. This is done in green plastic. His gun, his shotgun, actually, very nice looking shotgun. Looks like it has a flashlight down here at the bottom. Scope here at the top. This was another one of my favorite accessories. The shotgun has these two holes down here in the bottom, if you could see that. That slot right onto the pegs here on his legs. Fits on there really nice, but it has the strap that kind of irritates the look. But a lot of people out there have cut the strap off. That always annoyed me when I saw that. These pegs, be careful of, they do break off. To fit his mask on, he has these two holes on either side and pegs on the side of his helmet. Watch out, these could break off as well, especially on the Black Major. Those snap off very easily. So let's go ahead and clip that on there and affix the night vision scope. Now that looks okay. His head is a little wobbly. I'll have to tighten that up with some Teflon tape. But that looks okay to me. I kind of like the color change. The orange backpack I could do without. But it's still cool nonetheless. It is a great looking backpack. I do like the orange color though, but not really on a night fighting figure. Okay, so these two action figures together, there are some subtle changes. This is mine from my childhood. At a glance, they look relatively the same, right? His belt buckle's worn off, but you'll notice on the North American or on the Hasbro release, he has the Night Viper insignia on his left arm, which is missing on the Funskool version. His bullets or shells on his right arm are missing the paint application. And the insignia on the chest is done in small green on Hasbro, and it's big and yellow here on Funskool. So if you're looking at these, wanting to purchase a Night Viper on the aftermarket, look closely at these subtle changes. This in the Cobra insignia, the Night Viper unit patch is missing, and his bullets are not painted. So those are the differences. The plastic is a bit different. He feels a little bit lighter in weight than the North American release. But this guy has a lot going for him. He has these nice black gloves. He has a pocket here on his left wrist with some elbow pads. Elbow pad there on the right arm. And the bullets here on the front. He has a dagger and this bandolier that wraps all the way around his back with these shoulder pads. And that is to hold his backpack. I'm glad they completed that. With a lot of figures, they don't have the bandolier to indicate that he's carrying a backpack. He has another knife down here, looks like a stiletto, on his left leg. He has his armored padding on both legs. Looks like he has... This is a cool design. I don't know what it is. It looks like some sort of a mechanized knee brace in a way, but he's missing it on this side. It's never explained in the file card, but it looks cool nonetheless. It looks like there's a gear or a pulley here, and there's some wires going down from this pack. I don't know if that's to make him run faster or what. And of course he has the mount here for his shotgun, wearing green boots with the padding down here on his feet, and a black helmet that only exposes his eyes. You see the face guard there on the helmet. Really cool. The heads are about the same color. The paint difference on Funskool is a little bit darker. So it'd be really tough to tell the head apart from the Hasbro release. And people are selling the parts on the aftermarket as well for customization or replacement. And on the back of his helmet, he has that green paint application. The same with North American release or Hasbro. Great figure all around. Very solid figure. One of my favorites. I will put him just under the Alley Viper. So looking at the... Okay, set designer's getting fired again. The file card, or the card backing, it's made out of a very flimsy type of card stock, but the artwork is still the same. This is Cobra the Enemy in a different language, but it does portray him with the Alley Viper insignia down on his arm. Flip it around, shows all the action figures that were available for Funskool. You can take a look at that. It's pretty cool. Sometimes they change the name of it according to international standards, like Sergeant Smasher. Where is he? Right here next to Barbecue. Sergeant Smasher. Slaughter was a little bit too, or it could have been a copyright thing for Sergeant Slaughter's name, or it could just been too violent for Funskool. And then Lady J, Chuckles, Iceberg Stalker, Snake Eyes. It looks like Snake Eyes version 1 was available over there around this time in '92. Interesting, with the India release, that was Canary Jane. Or that could have been, don't quote me on that, that could have been Action Force. My apologies, it's Action Force, where it was Canary Jane. So his file card, real simple, nothing like North America, or like Hasbro release. It says codename Night Viper, Cobra Night Fighter. Night Vipers are always in training and never see daylight. They live in windowless barracks with no interior lights. They spend most of their time trying to sneak up on each other. All you have to do to knock one of these out is to shine a flashlight in his face and burn out his sensors. The problem is you have to find him first. Okay. Pretty interesting. You take one out just by burning out his night vision sensors. But why do they have a flashlight down here on their shotgun? Won't that burn out their sensors unless they're indicating that you point the light directly, the flashlight directly into the night vision, which does cause the lens to flare, but it quickly returns. But you could stun them a little bit by doing that and take away their night vision to knock them out. But nonetheless, it's kind of a silly file card. I found it interesting when I was a kid. So there you have it, guys. The Funskool release of the the Night Viper and the Hasbro release. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is a cool figure no matter which one you have. They are great. He's going to look great displayed next to the rest of my Night Vipers. So how about that figure? Pretty cool. Funskool does a very good job of making these action figures. I'm sure the color changes are to differentiate Funskool from Hasbro, and for good reason. That keeps they kept the collectors in mind. This is just a theory that they kept all the collectors in mind, so you know which version you're getting. That's why they did variants sometimes, I think, to increase the collector value on these. So this is a great action figure. The card back, like I said, it's made out of a thinner cardstock. Pretty cool. It's interesting to see the lineup of action figures that were available at that time. You know, Snake Eyes version 1, changing the name from Sergeant Slaughter to Sergeant Smasher. Sure, more of anything that was just a copyright issue. But really cool card back. I have Funskool Storm Shadow, which I reviewed last year. And I still have that card back as well. The file card is broken down to the bare essentials. So I really marvel at the fact that G.I. Joe is everywhere across the world. It has brought all of us together from many nations as a community here on YouTube. There are a lot of really good reviewers out there from several different countries. Pardon me. Diet Coke today. Trying to bust off this belly. So thank you, Vinny, for inspiring that thought. Vinny C. So maybe you're drinking too much pop. So I switched to diet. So what was I saying? Yes, we're united around the world. And why can't the governments around the world unite over something like this? Well, everybody get together in the UN and let's talk about G.I. Joe. If they feel like having a little fight, let's just set up all of our action figures, get that fight out of our system, and start agreeing on stuff. You know, that to me is a peaceful resolution. But unfortunately, governments don't think like that. They have to think like politicians. And that's why we hire them. That's why we elect them to do that thinking for us. Otherwise, you have people like me in office. I want to solve the difference by playing a game. Playing with toys. I'm sure a lot of those politicians either had children or played with G.I. Joe themselves. So, all that being said, let's get into my favorite segment, Byron's Gripes. For those of you just joining, I have a few new subscribers, so thank you very much, guys. I do really appreciate that deeply. I do it. It's very humbling to know that my content is, that you found my content worthy enough for your subscription. So thank you. I really love seeing that. So I do Byron's Gripes for entertainment purposes. I only use eBay for the convenience. There are other sites out there that sell toys, but eBay is the most convenient. I'm not picking on eBay nor the sellers, but the prices give you an idea of what to look for out there. So Funskool right now, as it is going up in price because the popularity is going up, but prices are still very decent. So I will say all of these will be the deal of the day because the prices compared to Hasbro are pretty cheap. So there are several of them out there available, carded and loose. So you want one that's carded. You're looking at the prices between $24.98 to $33. Not bad. There are a few out there loose with a complete card back or a full card back. $19.99 on those two. That I would pay all day long. You get a complete action figure, get it carded. You could buy it, take it off the card. Very nice, complete figure for 20 bucks, plus shipping. The file card, $3. And actually the prices range. There are several of them out there, anywhere from $1 to $3. A full card back by itself is $10 to $15. That may be a little bit high, but in comparison to Hasbro, that is cheap. There is one that is carded in a plexiglass case with an AFA grading of 85 NM, near mint. So essentially the buyer pulled that out of the case in the store and put it into the plexiglass case. It was near flawless. So now I know a little bit more about the AFA grading. I could research it, but I'm not really that interested. So that is $249.99. Again, compared to Hasbro, that is pretty cheap. You're looking for a Hasbro figure with that AFA grading, you're going to pay triple that or more. I've seen them go up to $1,200, $1,500, depending on the action figure. So there you have it, guys. Byron's Gripes, the Night Viper. If you want to learn a little bit more about Funskool, I'll have a channel down in the description, Funskool Rony. He hosts his channel in India. He is the man when it comes to Funskool toys. So check him out. There's a lot of really cool Funskool stuff that he has. They're packaged a lot differently from what Hasbro has. So definitely check his channel out. He's worth the watch. Nice guy all around. So there you have it, guys. The review of the 1992 Funskool Night Viper. If you enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Leave me a comment. I am always happy to talk to you guys. I enjoy reading your comments and answering back. There are a lot of really cool people out there, and I do appreciate meeting each and every one of you. It is a lot. That's the funnest part of this channel, I think. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. Get the subscriber count up a little bit higher. Always makes me feel good seeing that. And I want to thank my channel supporters out there who have supported this channel in various forms. Excuse me. The channel supporters and the subscribers each are eligible for giveaways. I want to explain that a little bit. The channel supporters have their own giveaway, and the subscribers, all of you, are eligible for your own separate giveaway. They're two separate toys. As you can see, just refer back to my last giveaway video. Those two winners, again, congratulations. I gave away a Mud Fighter and some Sunbow cartoons, DVDs. So hope you guys are enjoying those prizes. So that's it. You want to become a channel supporter, very easy. My mailing address is down in the bottom. If you feel like making a donation to the channel, that includes you as a channel supporter. Not necessary. Please don't feel obligated. But they also had contributed to my coffee account, which I am not posting at the moment. They helped out with making a donation for the channel to where I could purchase more things. Also, some of those subscribers or those channel supporters donated to my dad's funeral expenses. So they, without a doubt, became a channel supporter. So I'm very grateful for all of that. It helped out immensely. That money went right to my mother for the funeral, to help her. Well, both of us were paying the bill, but that helped her out and bolstered her spirits, knowing that absolute strangers were contributing. So anyway, guys, I greatly appreciate all of you. And as always, be kind to one another. We never know what kind of day someone's having. A simple gesture of opening a door or letting somebody get in front of you in traffic really can help out. And always be kind to animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. So this has been Joe Motion Videos 82 signing off. Stay tuned next week for another G.I. Joe toy review. Until then, see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.